everyone. Welcome to the walk. This is the third session in our series, Purpose. In this session, Serving on Purpose, we will talk about one of Jesus' most defining qualities. He was a server. Contrary to our current culture as a follower of Jesus, it's our purpose to serve. I want you to think of the last time someone served you. Maybe it was your mom, who you reminded the day before that you needed something for a class project or a sporting event, and she put everything aside to run out to the store to get what you needed. Maybe it was your dad who made dinner because mom was held up at work. How does it make you feel to get waited on or served like that? Do you take it for granted? Do you feel entitled? Or does it make you want to serve someone in return? Let's take a look and see what the Bible has to say about serving each other. In Ephesians 6:7, it says, "Serve wholeheartedly as if you were serving the Lord, not people." Now, this is one of those verses that it's easy to read and not really think about what it means. In this session, we will explore this verse and how we can apply it to our lives and truly understand what it means to serve wholeheartedly. Think about it. The last time your mom asked you to do the dishes, what was your response? Did you respond with a smile and a grateful attitude? With, "Sure, I would love to help out." Or did you roll your eyes and say, "Sure, I'd love to help out," and do it grudgingly? Did you sincerely want to help out, and were you truly happy to do the best you can and put your heart into the job? If so, that's what it means to serve wholeheartedly. Now, I'm guessing that you helped out, but it probably wasn't with a smile. And that's what God is calling us to do, to serve wholeheartedly. Think about what it means. Taking out the trash and doing it wholeheartedly. Babysitting your younger sibling and doing that wholeheartedly. Helping your friend study for a test because they can't seem to grasp the material. Helping wholeheartedly. This could get exhausting. But if we are looking to the Bible to find our purpose, it says, whenever you have an opportunity to serve, do it as if you were serving the Lord, not people. Now that's a tough one. Let's go back to the dishes analogy. Except this time, let's pretend that Jesus came over for dinner, and afterwards, he asked if you would do the dishes. I hope you would have a different response than the one you gave your mom. You'd be making sure there wasn't a single spot left when you were done. And you'd probably be doing it all with a great attitude. Imagine really treating every person you serve the way that you would treat Jesus if he asked you to serve. Imagine how much your life would change. Luckily for us, we have an amazing example when it comes to serving others. In John 13:4-5, Jesus did the most amazing thing with his disciples. So he got up from the meal, took off his outer clothing, and wrapped a towel around his waist. After that, he poured water into a basin and began to wash his disciples' feet, drying them with a towel that was wrapped around him. Okay, so what's going on here? Jesus, the Son of God, is getting down on the ground and washing his disciples' feet. I'm going to give you 2 reasons why this was an amazing thing to do. First, these weren't just feet. They were dirty, nasty, filthy feet. If I asked you guys to get on the ground and start washing each other's feet, you'd probably be pretty grossed out, even though most people would have had a shower at some point in the last 24 hours. The disciples, however, had not. And remember, the shoe of choice was an open-toe sandal, and they walked as their means of travel. And to make this even more gross, bathing was an occurrence that happened every once in a while when they would come upon a lake or a stream on their travels. The second amazing thing about this act of service is not so much that their feet were nasty, but Jesus washed them the night before he was betrayed and taken away, beaten and crucified. And he knew it. He wasn't thinking about himself, not even the slightest of ways. His whole focus was on his friends. These 12 disciples were closer to him than anyone else in the world. He knew that this meal was going to be his final time with them. He could have talked about anything, done anything, asked anything. Instead, he shows the most beautiful picture of servanthood during the most difficult of times in his life by getting grimy and dirty and washing their feet. When he had finished washing their feet, he put on his clothes and returned to his place. "Do you understand what I have done for you?" he asked them. "You call me teacher and Lord, and rightly so, for that is what I am. Now that I, your Lord and teacher, have washed your feet, you also should wash one another's feet. I have set you an example that you should do as I have done for you. And now that you know these things, you will be blessed if you do them." That's in John 13:12 through 17. You know, Jesus knew that by serving others, we would be blessed. Not only did he lower himself to the position of a servant, getting on the ground and getting dirty, but the next thing he said completely tore apart social norms in this age. He said no one is greater than anyone else, but rather that they are all the same. If Jesus was giving that example today, what do you think it would sound like? The popular and the unpopular are the same. The rich and the poor are the same. The valedictorian and the dropout are the same. The boss and the janitor are the same. Try to wrap your head around that. Jesus is saying that the millionaire owner of a large company is not any better than the janitor who cleans the building's toilets. Why is that? It's because he loves them both the same. He came so that we might have life. He died so that we could live more abundantly by the forgiveness of our sins. No one is better than anyone else, and not one of us is too good to serve others. If we truly want to find our purpose, we must realize that following Jesus' example of servanthood is what we are called and created to do. I encourage you to watch the Acts of Kindness video on this page and watch people's reactions. These were simple, easy acts of service, and it made them happy. But I want you to notice how surprised they were. Why? Because in our world today, it's not common to serve other people, to sacrifice something and to expect nothing in return, to go out of your way to help someone else. And that's what makes it so powerful. As we continue to follow in the footsteps of Jesus and truly explore what our purpose is, let's add serving wholeheartedly to our quest to finding our purpose. And be uncommon. Surprise someone with service. Have a great week. Love and miss you all.